I studied in my University of the Philippines PhD dissertation entitled Published as Pamathalaan ang Pagbubukas sa Bimbanang Mahal na Ina. In English, when I promoted it abroad, I used the translation Sacred Prophetic Qualities, the unfolding of the covenant of the Great Mother. We have here the first kapatiran I experienced in Rongot, Calamba, Laguna, the city of Dr. Jose Rizal. Now may I call on Aleha Ibat Caballero from Tagum, Davao. Davao. Okay. The welcome song. Yes. Mamahal habang may buhay, manalig sa'yo. Dalangin at awit ay dumating sa pagsapit ng araw. Sa puso ay sumilang ang sigla ng damdamin. Dalangin puno ng pagmamahal, dulot ng may kapal, dumating na nagmamahal habang may buhay, manalig sa'yo. Habang may buhay, manalig sa Diyos. I entitled it Rejoice in the Sacred Prophetic Graces that happened here on last Wednesday of 2004. Then I requested Archbishop Fernando Robles Capalia, the interfaith Archbishop, engaged in interfaith dialogue with the indigenous, with the Christians, with the Muslims, with the Protestants, above all, in the Bishop's Ulama. So now, this is indeed the fulfillment day. As our ceremony unfolds, you will realize how the graces are overflowing. So, the most important part is, if it is possible, I will call already on what I call the superstars of the spirit, for want of a better description. The one that play a pivotal role in realizing, you cannot believe it, it's really short of notice, but when the divine director is the one guiding, nothing is impossible. First and foremost, may I call on our beloved Chancellor, Lai, Ani, Espada, beautiful name, a lot of meaning. May please and may I call on, then may I call on the representative of the regional director of the Department of Trade and Industry, Bella, and now here is Gemma Estrada, technical representative. Okay. And Aleha, on December 5th, 2023, eve of my departure for Davao, we had a celebration in the so-called Philippine Interfaith Dao Digong Temple. This temple has a sacred prophetic role to be experienced much later in our pilgrimage performance with UP Mindanao. We lighted this because we celebrated the birthday of Grandmaster Thomas Leya, a very interfaith Buddhist leader. So you see, from the interfaith Archbishop Fernando Robles Capalla, we have the Buddhists. They did not have the Buddhism. So this candle, light. So Chancellor Liar will light because, as I posted in the message, you receive it, all of you. I shared it with the nation and the world, my network. Today, they didn't know where. We'll make with the lighting of the national global pilgrimage routes, realizing the spiritual history of the University of the Philippines, because we will have a pilgrimage performance with the UP Mindanao. Let us shelter the light. Let us take care of this light. So, okay. So here, I think now seated together. Circle of life. Circle of what I call the triumph of holiness, heroism, honoring tradition, the title of my YouTube channel. So, we will now call on Gemma Estrada to read what is inscribed in the original marker. And now, how do we connect between that Wednesday 2004, the blessing, and today?
The Pamatalaan marker. This marker is a symbol of Mindanaoans' commitment to pamatalaan or God-centered governance. Created by the national artist Napoleon Abueva, this marker was funded by the Philippine Tourism Authority through General Manager Eduardo T. Joaquin. Senator Leticia Ramos Shahan and Mr. Abueva unveiled this marker on June 28, 1997, Davao City. In line with the Salabatan sa Mindanao 1997, the second reunion of Moral Recovery Program Advocates of Mindanao, presided over by its National Program Director, Marieta Premesha Gopo. The Moral Recovery Program in Mindanao is spearheaded by the Office of the President in Mindanao, led by the Honorable Paul Dominguez. The pedestal on which this marker stands was made possible through the assistance of the Regional and the District Engineer's Office of the Department of Public Works and Highways. Formal installation ceremonies of the marker took place in this park on September 21, 1997 by His Excellency President Fidel B. Ramos.
Thank you, Gemma Estrada, the technical officer and representing the regional director, Bell. You see, I started the genre of photo text publication because I said nobody reads thick books anyway with letters. So This photo text publication, I submitted as my participation in the 2005 United Netherlands. Even the Queen was there, opened the ceremony, Air Charter Plus 5. And I was invited because I had a big role in the approval of this Filipino Air Charter. The secretary then was Rafael Alina. When the draft document was approved in the PICC, Philippine International Congress Center, and I presided the late Maximo Calao, who had the concept of this, the future, Philippine Institute of Alternative Futures. So I was there. See to it that pamahalaan will be part of the Filipino Air Charter as the original Filipino contribution to the Air Charter International drafting. I had a hard time defending because they said, why is there pamahalaan? Why is this like that? Adios, makakalikasan. But with the guidance of God, I was able to defend. And the most important thing is, in the original document was only the Manobo document in the Katutubo tribe. They even added from the north the Abu. So you see this. So when I attended this, I had this photo text publication. We had President Fidel V. Ramos, pamatalan in the Katipunan Covenant Cave of Rodriguez Rizal. That is why our event here, when I requested Napoleon Villanueva, it will answer the call of the Luzon, Katipunan Covenant Cave for freedom with honor and holiness. And here is Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo with that. Again, I requested this from the Philippine Tourism Authority. The national artist Napoleon Villanueva, Katipunan Eternal. I was in Malacanang. I cannot be seen. I was beside her there. And then here, President Joseph Ejercito Estrada, when he was called to Mount Manahaw as Vice President to do the cleansing of the Philippine flag from greed, corruption, and oppression. When I choreographed, when I arranged this photo text, that one is the monument of the Philippine flag. It is in the mountains, Tamsioco, in Baguio, the Philippine flag. And at the right side, I put the Fatima. And this one is very crucial. Blessed James Alberione, considered to be the patron saint of media. I had a mystical experience of him, so I was invited to go, and it is in the photo text inside. I was invited to go to Alba, Italy, the birthplace of, and that is why in Davao, during the 2004 ceremony, I had the pious disciples of the Divine Master. And here is Sor Lucia of the Fatima Apparition, and of course, the beloved Pope St. John Paul II, not yet a pope when I took this photo. And here is the interfaith Virgin of the Globe, Virgin most powerful. I got in USA, America, when I made my Filipino Air Charter pilgrimage routes to USA, Mexico, Europe, and as interfaith. The concept of interfaith is already there, being promoted. So, now, and the last I'll show is this one. This is the photo of the ceremony. Ito yun. Ito yun si Fernando. With all the regional directors, National Proclamation for Culture and the Arts, Kapatiran, represented by At sa kami ng Madlang Bayan, Noel Villalba, Celso Madarani. Vice Disciples of the Divine Master. That's one. Filipino Earth Charter, signature of Fidel D. Ramos. You see, today, we are harvesting. I was contemplating on her middle name, Ani, A-N-N-I. You remove the one N, that is Ani. And it means harvesting. So we are harvesting Kadayawan. Scholars of God's Bible. And now, what is very important that we have the Chancellor and the DTI? 2 in 1 with 1 person. Of course, the intervention, the help when I talk to Secretary Alfredo E. Pascual, Department of Trade and Industry. After my death, I personally met him. November 27, 2023. I told him, sir, now is the harvesting. You have been put there by God because you are continuing what you started in UP Diliman, the UP Covenant Monument or Dambara ng Bayan. And now that you are in the Department of Trade and Industry, to realize economic prosperity, well-being, and all of these things, the material infrastructure will not be possible if you do not look back, if you do not realize what Dr. Jose Rizal and Dr. Ferdinand Blumentritt envisioned as the recovery of the Filipino golden civilization. And so I say, God destined you to be the Sacred Prophetic Department of Trade and Industry Secretary in the Philippines and abroad. For me, you are the key because the material prosperity of the administration of the 17th Sacred Prophetic President of the Philippine Republic to the world, Ferdinand Marcos Jr., will only be realized if the sacred prophetic foundations are also realized. Covenant Monument, ito yan yung marker. October 10 this year. So ngayon, okay, kasi po, ang sabi sa akin, St. Joseph, in the same way I was instructed to do this, St. Joseph Barangay Education for the Golden Filipino Civilization, Professor Dr. Jose Rizal and Dr. Ferdinand Blumentritt. Ito sa akin to, photo finish with the DNR layout artist. 25 pages din. Cover page siya ngayon dito. Ito, 25 din. Our pilgrimage performance, UP Mindanao as the central, with others that I will organize. We have the choir, we have the dancers, and of course the leaders, very important. Because to bring life to every page, there are only 25 pages. This is the heart and soul of the pilgrimage performance. So, my dear Chancellor, I give this to you because you know you have all the talent. You have your public relations officer, a multi-awarded also in terms of region and everything. So everything is with us. So I've been sailing abroad that the National Global Network of for writers, for researchers, for media practitioners, for artists, all of these fellow collaboration will be realized at the destined time of God.
Sacred prophetic monument marker of PhD President Romualdez Marcos Jr. as inspired by Saint Clarice of the Child Jesus, Saint Joseph, Saint Padre Pio on September 23, 2023. For the Filipino people all over the world, Your President, Ferdinand Marcos Jr., makes his sacred prophetic covenant to offer himself to be guided by the April 1895 Holy Week Pilgrimage Covenant of the Katipunan in the Pamitinan Faith for freedom with honor and holiness. And the December 30, 1896 last covenant of Dr. Jose Rizal with God, country, and compatriots. This sacred prophetic covenant with Rizal and the Katipunan your President makes by God's grace to fulfill the Philippines' sacred prophetic destiny to take care of the world, proclaiming the Philippines as the Transfiguration Covenant country. Unveiled on October 10, 2023, in Rodriguez Rizal Pamitinan Protected Landscape in celebration of the local government day and anniversary of President Fidel V. Ramos' declaration of Pamitinan as a protected landscape.
Ang bayan ng bayan. I see it in almost every place, especially abroad. Because I cannot bring the Rosario Reunion Kapatiran Kainainahan group headed by Nang Carmen ng Lagbayan of Rosario Reunion. I had to learn it by myself. So, they are always represented in all my events. Because the UP Covenant Monument, the translation is Tampanan ng Bayan. As I see, Chancellor will pass into the others because now they're co-stewards, co-owners, we will always part of the pag-ako, as you put it. Pina-ako na natin, tinatanggap natin because now it ensures the triumph of the presidency to President, the President of the Philippine Republic, Ferdinand Marcos Jr., and the University of the Philippines System, President Atty. Angelo A. Jimenez. And that is why in the cover of the publication and the UP Covenant Monument, which is December 8, 2023, Feast of the Immaculate Conception. We will now realize, we will give life, we are assured of the grace-filled, the triumph success of two presidents side by side. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. and the UP system, President Atty. Angelo Jimenez. So, with that, I sing the song as we pass it on to them, so we are not alone. Mr. President of the Philippine Republic, His Excellency Ferdinand Marcos Jr. The UP System President, Atty. Angelo A. Jimenez. Today, we realize the promise of the heavens for you to succeed. Because the success, the triumph of the University of the Philippine System is also the triumph of the Philippine Republic. So may I sing as you transfer that to me. Lupang tinubuan, berlasa ng silangan. Ganda mo, di mapapantayan, ilaw ka ng sanlibutan. Pilipinas, tulad mo'y pintuyan, isang pangitan, dulot mo'y bangag kagandahan. Kwintas ka, binuo ng kapatiran, tulad ka sa ng poong may kapal. O ina, kay gandang pagmasdan, mga anak mo, nagkaisa't nagmamahal. Anong tuwat saya ng iyong kalooban, sapagkat narito ang lambana ng bayan. Ang tagumpay naway ating kamtan. Ngayon sumapit na ang kapanahunan na tayo'y nagising buhat sa karingan. Tayo'y kumilos na, huwag mag-alinlangan at gumawa tayong kalakip ng kasipan. Nasa silangan ay ikaw lang ang walang ibang ipinangin, pati ang mamamayani na tumatawag sa gabi. Mabuhay!
Ang katuwiran ating tahanan sa pagtatanggol ng araw-gabi ay nananawagang halina kayo bawat tao, uhaw ng tubig sa katotohanan, malulunasan sa bagong buhay.
We reached the last portion of the December 28, 2023 pilgrimage to the Magsaysay Park. Napoleon B. Abueva, pamasalaan marker, described by Gemma Estrada earlier. Now, acknowledgement is in due order. First, for anything else, this is under the care of the Davao City local government. It used to be under the care of the Philippine Tourism, of the Department of Tourism, when we did our blessing in the Astronomy's Day of 2004. Now it has been transferred to the Davao City local government. Now I will confess. Saint Joseph instructed me on November 23, 2023, when I was doing our launch ceremony in the UP Covenant Monument Gambanan by as covered documented by the Office of the UP, the Vice President, Office of the Public Affairs, with Celeste Lanita and the Jonathan, through the help of their head, of course, and Peter St. Paul, and above all, again, intervention of the UP System Executive Vice President, Jose Fernando Alcantara. Jose, the EVP, Jose Fernando Alcantara. I only texted him to remind as early as 5 a.m. yesterday. Without his intervention, we do not have the experience of the sacred prophetic graces. You see how the divine will, divine grace divine intervention, divine providence. That is why in some of my travels abroad, I keep saying this. The Filipino, for me, has the role to be an instrument of divine grace, divine intervention, divine providence. Because in my University of the Philippines research, we are taking care of the world. This is really a proof. As I told you on November 23, 2023, I had Father Manu, and then the former Philippine ambassador to the Vatican, Grace and Luisa Princesa. We were the three of us there. I told them, St. Joseph instructed me to get ticket for Davao and Cebu. But what is the purpose? I don't know. Because he is my patron saint of divine providence, he will fulfill it. So now you will see how the saints intervene. In the Philippine history and prophecy, even the marker, I just followed it. Even the steel maker had to do it, prioritizing. So you see, let it be said that when we share this with the nation and the world, the covenant code of the December 8, 2023, Feast of the Immaculate Conception, in particular and above all, today, now I know why St. Joseph also wanted me to come to Davao. On page 7 of the St. Joseph Barangay Education, the cover page, St. Joseph Barangay Education for the Golden Filipino Civilization, Professor Dr. Said Dr. Ferdinand Blumenthal. St. Joseph, already anointed, former Senator Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr. as the successor of President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. It is on that page. And we even had a ceremony in Cebu 21-22. It's well known by the people there. It is documented. And that is why I will leave a copy to the office of the mayor by Monday before leaving. Because you see, St. Joseph as the father of the nation and as the, as a matter of fact, I have my painting of St. Joseph Flight to Egypt painting I inherited by my late grandfather, Dr. Guillermo Rusca. I dedicated it to guide the presidency of Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos. So you see, that now, this one, we will all pray over this. She will offer another song as we pass it on. Because in the Republic of Turkey, together with my niece, the departed niece, October 1 to October 8, 2022, upon again the intervention of St. Joseph, St. Teresa of the Child Jesus, and with the help of the former Philippine ambassador to the Vatican, Grace and Luisa Princesa, and Istanbul Consulate. So they all helped me to be able to go there. Of course, I really thank also the Republic of Turkey. They even gave me 4 months visa, but I only spent 8 days. The turnout, October 1 to 8, 2022 marks the 100 days of the presidency of Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr. So this is what we will give to leaders, from the president to the others. And now you sing, we offer a little prayer. I'll pass it on to you and to you and to you. So now you sing the song.
Ang tao kung kaya nagiging bayani dahil sa kanyang gawang mabuli. Hindi nililiw ng kanyang sarili kahit ano ang mangyayari. Ang linis ng kalooban at ang pusong ulilan.
President
Ang
Ferdinand Marcos.
tunay na kalooban na nanggaling sa kalangitan.
For Vice President Sara Duterte, Secretary of
ng
Education.
katuwiran, ang siya
the Speaker of the Congress.
Sa bagong daigdig
Ferdinand
ng amang mahal.
Martin Romualdez.
Iyan ang tunay na nagiging bayani. Serious at
For the
sa
Senate
kapwa ay
President,
kumakasi. At hindi siya marunong mangapi kahit ano
For
ang
Chief
mangyayari.
Justice Mundo.
Ang linis ng kalooban
And to our beloved
at
President of the UP system, ang
tunay na kalooban na nanggaling sa kalangitan. Iyan ang kagiyos at sa
on December 19, to the First Lady, Attorney Edlin Bersola Jimenez. This is my gift to her when we have our reunion and meeting of the UP Philippine Association of University Women and UP Child Study Center. This is the one because it's covered them all. In the Republic of Turkey, House of Mary. We went also to the Ephesus ruins of St. Paul to be all to all. So the Ephesus ruins, I said, to recover every civilization anchored on the divine, above all the Filipino civilization. And now, this is the gift to me of then Department of the Interior and Local Government Secretary Eduardo M. Anyo. This is the Kabayanihan. See? I use this for my ceremony. Whenever I perform the triumph of holiness, heroism, honoring creation, o tagumpay ng kabanalan, kabayanihan, kalikasan. Because Supremo Andres de Bonifacio is the first Secretary of the Department of the Interior and Local Government. And so when it was given to me, after I entrusted the Rizal painting I inherited from my late grandfather, Dr. Jose Rizal, from UP System President Alfredo E. Pascual, to Secretary Anya of the Department of the Interior and Local Government, to the Civil Service Commission Chairperson Carlo Alexi Bendigo Nograles, USEC Undersecretary Eric Tayag, Amor Tayag, because he is the President of the National Union of Career Executive Service. To it that he would be able to make his oath in the Civil Service Commission before the Rizal painting, and because also I was acclaimed to as honorary member of the National Union of Career Executive Service Officers Foundation Incorporated or NUSESO. And the last but not the least, this is the original of this, the superstar. You know, this image of this interface, Virgin of the Globe, the original of this is patterned after the interface, Virgin of the Globe, Virgin most powerful, given to me in the USA pilgrimage for the Philippine Earth Charter, Pamatalaan Dambana ng Bayan, upon the intervention of St. Teresa of the Child Jesus. So you see, the original is from Catherine Labouré in France. So, and the important thing is the cover design of my Pamatalaan book is also a woman as nature. Pamatalaan. From this book, you also see